How's it going, guys? I'm Josh with Ice Designs Houston, and I'm here to show you how to break down your ice sculpture. So in the pack that you received from us, you should have received some gloves, this towel, and an ice pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you step by step how to use these tools to safely and effectively tear down your ice sculpture and dispose of the drainage tray and make sure that you're not leaving any mess or any wetness around the ice sculpture area. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have your gloves on and have your towel here handy nearby. So then we're going to come to your ice sculpture, and on almost all these ice sculptures there's going to be what we call a seam here between the logo piece and our base piece. And so right here in this particular base, it's where the light is. So we can show you that this seam is going to be right here. So even though it's fused together to create one big piece of ice, what we can do is we can use this ice pick to come through here and see how it comes up, right? Just like that, nice and easy. So after melting, this piece is going to be a little bit lighter, but it's still going to be kind of heavy. So make sure your towel's ready, and you're going to lift. You can put it in this towel, and then what we recommend doing is just kind of folding it up to make sure you don't drip anywhere, and that makes it easier to transport wherever you're taking it, whether it's outside or whether you're taking it to the kitchen or the bathroom. That way it makes it nice and easy, it's not dripping everywhere, and it's easier to carry. So I'm going to go ahead and take this piece out to dispose of it. For our purposes today, we're just going to throw it out here in the grass. So I'll set it down nice and easily, and then the towel should come off. So let's go back and get the base. So the base pieces might be a little bit more difficult, and the reason being is I'll show you. In our grip pan here, there's going to be some water that's built up. So that's why we give you the gloves, so you can grip the ice a little bit easier. If your base has a light in it, go ahead and turn it off, and it should come right out. You can set this to the side to dry off a little bit. Some of these bases are going to have some handles in here, some of them might be a little bit easier to pick up than others. So if you need to, you can always use your ice pick to break it into smaller pieces while it's still in the drip pan. What I'm going to try to do for today's purposes, I'm going to put the towel again just like I did with the logo piece. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to lift, just up and over. I don't want to lift it too high just in case it does slip and it falls. It's a lot safer that way. And then we'll do the same thing. I'll get underneath it and I'll carry it out. All right, same thing, I'm gonna put it down here. If you want to, you can have some fun with these. Make sure it's safe, be careful. But a lot of times people will have fun at the end of the night picking these sculptures up and throwing them. So if you want to, get a good nice heave, get up, and watch it break. It's kind of fun. Give it a shot if you want to. All right, so now this brings us to probably the most challenging part of any breakdown. That's going to be draining out the drip pan. So to come along the side here, I'll show you how we set things up. Every time we set up a sculpture, we also bring a drainage bucket. So this is going to be partially filled with water. Depending on how long your event is, it might be more full than other times. And there are basically two ways to drain this drip pan. One's going to be a slow going process, but less risky. The other one's going to be a lot more expedient, but a little more risk and safety involved. So the first thing is to just let this melt. If you want to, if the bucket is really full, what I would recommend is you just bring the hose up, put it inside the pan itself, and you can go dump the bucket. If it's not that full yet, you can go ahead and leave it the way it is. And I'll show you the two ways. Two ways are going to be to just let it kind of naturally drain. So with all of our drip pans, we have a little weep hole here. And it goes out the hose, and it comes down and drains out. So you can see right here, it's slowly draining. And the easy way to do it, but a little more, not as time effective, is to just gradually lift up to make sure that the water is reaching the weep hole and it'll go up the hose. The quicker, more fun, challenging way, let's hope we don't mess it up here, is to slide our drip pan all the way over. I'll bring it all the way over to the edge. And I'll bring the hose, again, put it inside the drip pan. And then what I'll typically do is I'll try to grab opposite corners. I'll position the bucket here. I'll grab opposite corners, and then the corner in between, I'll lift and use it kind of like a spout. So you need to be very careful because the water's not very stable in there, it's sloshing around, so its weight is not exactly balanced. What you can do is you can bring it here, and then get a nice stream. You can go nice and slow, or you can try to speed it up. Just make sure it's all going in the bucket. If your bucket's not overly full, it shouldn't splash out. Voila, you should be good to go. The drip pan's empty. Now, you can just take this to the nearest drain and dump it out. For us right here, it's right here. You might need to go to the bathroom or take it outside. And now it's up to you what you want to do with all of these supplies. The light's good, it's effective, it should be reusable. The drip pan, if you can find a use, bucket, if you can find a use, they're yours to keep along with the gloves and the ice pick. Thanks for watching, and I hope it goes well for you.